What's up, internet world?
What's going on, people?
Matthew here with I'm going to stick with effervescent, Mike Wall, because I
Okay.
really like that one.
All right.
And we're coming to you also live on Facebook, but wanted to interview this young man because he has probably one of the most interesting brains ever encased in a human skull. So you are yeah, I know, right? How's that for an introduction?
I like that. Yeah.
You are an entrepreneur, you are a go-getter, and we were talking about this before. I want to say health nut, but I guess I can't. Can I? Can I?
You can. Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, you can.
I can.
I live, I think, more consistently healthy on a long plane than most people, including, I don't want to throw anyone out, which I can't. I don't want to finish that sentence really, but like including people that write books.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't see anyone that rides that long road to the extreme on a daily basis. You know, so that part of a health nut, I would say 100%.
So you're the living health nut.
But yeah, I'm not like 100% perfect. So I always show that. Like if I'm playing guitar solo with a beer bottle, I probably drank the beer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if I seem drunk while I'm doing guitar in the night, I probably am. But that's not always true. People are like, are you on something right now? No.
No.
That's me actually.
He drove here. I can assure you, he drove here. He's 100% sober.
Cool. Yeah, so the new intro, I'm going to write one of those intros after this.
All right.
I'm going to say that's my new intro for the shows that I go on. They're like, he's a super genius, super mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, we were talking on the interview for Monster Health and Fitness that you had this level of consistency in everything you do, how you've always been focused on health and fitness internally and externally, and your drive is something we were talking about on the other channel, which is why I wanted to do another interview right here, because with More Than a Machine, people deal with, my audience is going to be focused here more on what goes on inside, you know, and all the daily struggles. You know, losing weight is one thing for a lot of people, but for people like me who suffer from depression or have to deal with ADHD or other mental disorders, there's that long slog. And, you know, taking 30 pounds off, you know, if you're consistent, you'll get there. You know, my depression's always going to keep coming on to me. You know, my ADHD is never going to go away.
Yeah.
I may manage symptoms. So that's why I wanted to really have you on here to talk about the long road that it takes to just keep going on and never give up. So maybe you can shed some light on your mentality in that regard.
Well, I have casual global domination in like a piece of me.
Okay.
You know, like when you're young and you're like, I'm gonna do big things. Like for whatever reason, everyone's like, oh, ideas of grandeur and this and that. You know what I mean? And you're like, no, I think like, you know, I'm gonna work on this. And you don't know what you're gonna do, right?
Right.
The mindset. I mean, I was going against the odds out the gate.
Right.
So the idea of going into music, the idea of being so young, playing so many shows, so much studio, so this, so that, you know, minus that health battle in that sense, like that would have been my path, I'm pretty sure.
Right.
You know, totally different reality. So then it's like that same drive and that same energy went towards there's no good options. What's the best ideas?
Right.
Like, just really, and what it comes down to is if you have such bad odds, you kind of have nothing to risk in your own mentality. You know what I mean? Like, and that's something interesting is you're not really worried about failure. You're not worried about anything. It's like, what can I do? Now, I don't know how many people in their life ever, you know, just look at what they can do. So this is the one thing that I noticed in people that do the business stuff, right? Is they're always weird. Their daily habits are weird. What they wear is weird. How they talk is weird. Their lifestyle is weird. The amount of money they make makes no sense for who they are, right? There's all these traits. And what it is you're eliminating choices, right? So when you're going to work on things all the time, like if you dedicate to anything, you're eliminating the other choice of not working on something.
Right.
Like, and a lot of people don't think about that. Like you can relate that to a superfood drink or a superfood smoothie, right? You're putting in something in your body. It's done.
Right. There's nothing else to do.
So you know that you're actually like with all the things you do that you're an expert at, right? You're taking practices on. So how are you going to fall off the boat or have extra time to think about other stuff? You know. So the mentality of minimalism. I just make a joke because of that guy's video. I don't know if you saw that guy's video that's viral about the minimalism joke.
I didn't get to.
Yeah, no, I've been minimalistic for as long as I can remember because that's not my life focus. So to most people, I'm not working on the parts of life they're working on. It's not that I have extra time in a week. We all have the same amount of time.
Absolutely.
I just don't have the dog, the girlfriend, the kids, the house, the responsibilities.
Right.
Anything, because I'm plane ticket gone.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're free to get up and go do.
Well, you have to. What is your business? It's on your cell phone.
Yeah.
You have to set these things up. You have to build the structures. You have to come up with the ideas. You have to make sure that these things are built to do. You know, a lot of people aren't customizing their lives in this conversation.
They're just well, that's a big part of how More Than a Machine really started, is that everybody will just do because it was expected of them, because this is how they had to do. And a lot of times we don't stop and question our existence. You know, we don't take stock, like you said. You know, we don't figure out, we buy the cars and the TVs and the things that we think that we need, and then we don't ask ourselves those questions of, do I really need this? You know, I mean, I'm sure so many people can quote Fight Club and have never really thought about the deeper implications that come inherent in a lot of the questions. I think of one of the best movies ever. But I'm sorry, I have to throw that in.
I'm a Fight Club buff, so
yeah,
compare
absolutely.
everything to Fight Club.
I do, I really do, and I'm pretty sure you
Chuck
do
Palahniuk
too.
is great. I thought.
He's
I asked someone the
fantastic.
other day if they read it, and they didn't. I was like,
it boggles my mind.
Something about it.
Yeah. But that's exactly it. You know, when people stop and question things, and I think entrepreneurs like, you know, ourselves, we always ask those questions, and like you said, there is no other way to be. You just stay consistent and just keep going on, right?
Yeah, people expect too much.
Expectations.
This is what I don't care what.
Gary Vee was just talking about that this morning.
Yeah. I don't. It's gonna be a funny conversation.
Yeah.
I don't know what topic it is that you're talking about or thinking about, but you can't get to the finish line.
Yeah.
Like there's no finish line. There's no such thing as making it. There's nothing. Like, you know, so if you looked at some of the giant things I do, or things that I've even turned down that are much bigger than this, right? Well, where am I? I'm here.
I'm grateful, by the way.
All right. So, and it's not even like that. That's what would throw everybody off, because everyone's trying to use people. They're trying to get ahead. They're trying to fast forward the game. They're trying whatever they're trying to do. And at the end of the day, none of it matters. You know, you're not going to make it. You're not going to get the phone call. You're not going to get the Instagram post. You're
no
not
one's
gonna
coming to rescue you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to happen at all. There are things that boost people's careers. There's things that boost people's ideas. There's significant things they did in health that matter, that they feel good about. But you're not fast forwarding that practice. Like,
you gotta live the journey, you know?
Yeah, it doesn't... The outcome... Like I was explaining how I was on the radio recently, right? I didn't go on the radio that day. I went with my friend to drop them off, and then I had a conversation, and they put me on the radio.
But you were on the radio with some interesting characters.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, we're not saying no?
Well, I was trying to remember the band name. Yeah, so Twisted Sister.
Oh yeah, just Twisted Sister.
This was an interesting scenario. So you had a porn star, an intern, young person getting a relationship advice. You had Twisted Sister, which was more about the business advice. You had someone that created a calendar. Then you have a model. Then you have a host that's been around. I want to say CBS was their last show or something, right? So it's this group of people. And it's the conversations that take place that are like always crazy. Yeah. But you don't go, I want to go on the radio tomorrow. Right. I do that stuff all the time. Like, find me somebody's name, which we just talked about, right? I call someone and they do it. But it's done fun. It's done organic. It's funny. Like, it's a game.
Well, yeah, we get so locked in our heads. I know a lot of people struggle with anxiety. You know, I have a lot. I was never diagnosed with an anxiety-based condition, but I get anxiety because of my other conditions. And it's like Dr. Mel Robbins said, if you're inside your head, you're behind enemy lines. The way you live, the way you've extended the reach of your product, your brand, you just get out there and do it. And you really just roll with it. And you know where you're, it's like you know what you want to live, but you don't care what the details are. Would that be accurate?
Yeah, so I used to say details don't matter, which fundamentally is a problem with politics. I realized I wouldn't say that anymore because that's actually a bad saying, all around. But the point is, the roadmap and the magic isn't going to exist. The more you try to shortcut, no matter which aspect of life, the second you try to say, I want to guarantee this with the least. Which one do I try? Yeah. Which one do I try? You're disrespecting the person that gave you even the comment. Right? You tell me, Mike, wake up every morning, do 4 push-ups and 4 sit-ups. And I'm like, which one's more important?
Right.
What is the answer?
Exactly.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, that's what our society is trying to do, whether it's business, ideas, starting something, a show, a video, whatever they're doing. So you do practices that you have to practice to get good at.
Right.
And then you have the result of being good.
Right.
Like, what is this? I have an issue with the word result at that point. Right?
Because when is the end?
There isn't one.
Exactly.
So the point is, why do I wake up and drink something that's amazing every day? Because it's not shitty. Right? And that's it.
Yeah.
Like, I can go turn to something amazing every day, add that up, 10, 12, 13 years, and then somebody's like, I want to lose weight. Right. You're like, what do you practice every day?
Well, I eat McDonald's and I don't move. Well...
Right?
So, posting memes isn't going to help you lose weight.
So the reality is, for that person, let's say, that knows they live like shit, to live practically one step in the right direction, that's where Smoothie Life comes in, right? So it's a practical and realistic. It tastes mainstream. It's not about, does this make you lose weight?
Right.
It's not like that. It's if you live like this, are you going to tell me with a straight face that you don't think it's a good idea?
Right.
And that's really what the question is,
Well, the answer, I think, as we wind this up, is consistency is key with everything.
Yeah. The practice and the process.
That's great. The practice and the process. Okay, and
that's the new thing.
No, that's going to be the title of this. I always try to pull the title. I always try to pull the title out of the interview.
It is. Yeah, it is about that, I think.
The practice and the process. So just living it, just going out there and knowing that, especially if you're dealing with a mental health disorder, you're in it for the long haul. There's no getting out. You may be able to have good days and bad days, but the practice is in the process. Practice and the process. Absolutely. Mike, thanks so much for coming by. I really appreciate it.
Yes.
He is more than a machine. I am more than a machine, and you are more than a machine. Go out, enjoy the process, and keep practicing. Talk to everybody soon.